This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for October 22nd, 2025. It's currently October 21st, 2025, 11:01 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $671.29. That's USD. And the shuffle video for the October 22nd reading was created at 12:14 a.m. yesterday. That's the 20th of October. That's this video right here. So what we'll cover in this video is the sequence of chart events throughout the day, the highs, the lows, any good trades that we see. This is developed over 26 years. The system is called Eso-Meta Analysis. This is not just pulling like a guess out of a hat. It takes quite a lot of time and effort. That's why we do such few tickers. But it's been developed over 26 years. I was a Wall Street broker back in 2007 when I left Wall Street to start developing this system. You know, it's like nothing else out there. It's a one-of-a-kind system with insane accuracy. But I don't need to really tell you that. You'll see for yourself. It's important to remember, guys, it's a sequence of chart events. I'm going to give you timing by the hour, but the hour by hour timing, sometimes you'll need to give it plus or minus an hour or two of wiggle room, because not each card's energy here going left to right across the screen represents an hour of time, but not each card's energy will actually give you necessarily like line up perfectly with an hour of time. So sometimes you need to give it a little wiggle room. That's why Discord's so good, because people can ask questions in real time about these things. So the overall trend and theme for the day, we've got a nullified bearish price swings. Interesting. Nullified bearish price swings. And I mean, it also kind of makes sense because here on the 22nd, we go from a decline on the 21st, increasing with momentum moving forward into the 22nd. And then this is the Queen of Cups is a pretty mixed kind of, usually downward, but not always, but it's a mixed kind of day. So you combine that with the bearish price swings. I think what's interesting, and it's difficult to read, but the 21st theme card was a not nullified moon card. So just something to notate, and I'm going to take a look at those two charts after the fact. That's how we learn. Behavior around the highest high, out of an unexpected move to the upside into the high. It's nullified, so we probably fall back down out of it. Behavior around the low for the day, we've got the Tower card and covered by the unicursal. So we've got probably a unicursal from the prior day, right? We had this unicursal drop at the very end of the day. It probably continues into a low here first thing in the morning. Maybe a little bit later, but if there's a good profit first thing in the morning, I'll probably tell people to take it. Sorry for the dog noises, guys. I've got some company here. They're battling for my lap. So probably the decline continues. It either ends in the first hour or it ends midday, but I think probably ends in the first hour. And we want to trade around a notable decline. Usually that's market wide, but we're looking at the SPY anyway. So yeah, just a notable decline that we're looking to trade around. Now, if we review the prior day's chart, this was a pretty solid. Day. We were saying that we would decline into a low out of the open. 3 crisscrosses through the same price level. 1, 2, 3. Right, that's the virtue card, confirming a bullish trend. Goes into the lust card. That was our first opportunity to open up shorts. Then we decline. It turns into Prince of Swords, excuse me, and then we've got the high, which we timed between 1 and 2, closer to 1, I said, and we have it right here at 12:55. We've got the high for that, or I should say 12:50. So pretty nice timing there. We dropped pretty hard there. I think that was either the beginning of the unicursal decline, or this is here at the end of the day. I was expecting more decline at the end of the day, but even so, we did have another low at the very end of the day. So we had a low at the beginning of the day, a low at the end of the day, a high at 1 o'clock, which really ended up being 12:50. And there was really 3 opportunities to open up short position. 1, 2, 3. And you got 1, 2, 3. Really solid day's reading, guys. If you're wondering, that shuffle video was created at 12:12 a.m. yesterday, so just before the market, a few hours catching up on these readings, but still ahead of the market. All right, so let's continue with this 2020, this October 22nd reading. So we've got this rally out of a first low. There's a rally out of it in the pre-market. It ends with a fast sudden move higher and then a breakdown through that diagonal trend line that it was rallying along with increasing volatility on the way down. That's into an important range on a multi-day scale. There's an important range highlighted around the open or maybe in the first half hour. We do some sideways rotation in the first half hour, and then there's a sharp drop within the period of sideways rotation that'll really stand out. That sharp drop likely takes us to our opportunity to close out of shorts that we opened on the 21st. I'd rather see with an ace. I'd rather see us getting into a long trade rather than getting out of a short trade. So I want to get out of this short trade first thing when we see this sideways rotation and a big drop. Hard to say if that's going to be the bottom of a range that we drop to, or if we're going to drop through the bottom of range into this low. It's hard to say, but keep an eye on it in real time on the Discord. In the roughly the 10 to 11 o'clock hour, we've got a crest that will sell off from down to and through support. We'll do a U-shaped reversal below that price level, breakout through it to the upside, and then reuse it as support. And then there's more decline between roughly 11 and 12. More decline that ends at another low for the day. This will either be as low or it'll be as low as the previous low, or it'll be higher than the previous low. But there's a decline into this and a big move to the upside out of this low here around 12 o'clock. We do sideways rotation and then rally again into a resistance level. It may be the same resistance that's highlighted earlier, hard to say, but there's a resistance level that we'll rally into after this sideways rotation. We'll rally into it and then abruptly turn around and decline from that resistance past the point at which the rally into it began. We have a rally in the last, the 2 to 3 o'clock hour, rally into key resistance, and then a breakdown with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. And then a notable move to the upside in the last hour, offering opportunity to open up a short position or possibly close a long position. Aces are good. I like to start trades, to enter trades at aces. Exits can be aces. Exits can be other things too, but they can still be aces. But they're entering a trade on an ace is really, really a natural kind of thing for an ace. We've got a pop and drop at the close, and then you've got that cross-reading congruency with the Queen of Cups there, keeping us on track with the 1 month reading, which had the 22nd represented by the Queen of Cups, shows up at the end of the day. The prior day on the 21st, we had the Prince of Cups. That was the representative card for the 21st. So these are called cross-reading congruencies. This is advanced Eso-Meta Analysis. It's a real thing, my friends. It's a science and an art combined. Kind of like merging the two, if you will. So there might be opportunity to open up. I'd probably open up a long here at this ace, at this second low. It's probably not as low as the first low. And then if there's a good opportunity at the close to exit that long position, then I would do that, or in that last hour with the Ace of Wands. But if it doesn't look like a great thing, then I'd probably open up a short and I'd have some sort of like straddle or strangle. We'll see how things go for entry into the 22nd, into the 23rd, where we revisit a crest. Interesting. Well, we'll get into the trades for the 23rd in that reading. That's SPY for October 22nd, 2025. My friends, if you like this stuff, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps out. If you've subscribed, please like this video. Helps out just as much. Most importantly, follow through on that rule of karma. It's the whole purpose of the channel. You go to our website, tarotfortraders.com, hover over resources. 5% of all profits should be donated forward, paid forward, 5% to one of these charities, expressing faith in more to come, and 5% of profits should be donated back to the channel through one of these links. That's expressing gratitude, right? And then that leaves you with 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those 3 rules, you keep a clear conscience, and you're basically vibrating gratitude for receiving and faith in more to come. Those are all necessary components for manifesting wealth. The universe will consider you an angel investor for following through and supporting the channel like that, our main goal and purpose. And it'll send it back to you tenfold. Blessings to all my angel investors. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.